Why is SCP-096 so depressed? I mean, what, you're telling me if you were cursed to be ugly as immortal and then to be locked up in the basement of the Pentagon, you wouldn't be depressed? Now, as far as I'm aware, there's no origin story to SCP-096, but the most popular theory is that one guy was climbing a big mountain, and on that mountain he encountered another SCP called the Mountain King or something like that, I'm not sure. And this SCP basically endlessly tortured and trolled him on this mountain until he went completely crazy and his body deteriorated from the endless cold and mountain climbing. And I mean, that's just fucked up. Imagine training for months to climb onto a massive mountain, which is literally your life goal, and bang, you get kidnapped by an SCP and turned into an SCP yourself. God on the church, brother. You get turned into an SCP yourself, which is also really fucking ugly. Like, just look at this guy. Oh, behind!
Oh fuck!
Boom!
No!
Anyways, as I was saying, I can completely understand why SCP-096 is completely fucking mental. But he does also react quite a lot. Like, dude, this guy only saw 1 pixel of your ass in a picture and you decided to torture his whole family. I mean, that's just fucked up. But yeah, honestly, I feel really bad for SCP-096 and I think they should just put him out of his misery as soon as possible. Or, I don't know, buy him a gym membership and a lifetime supply of vodka so he can stop crying. Anyways, welcome to Escaping the Site-02 Yapping Show, where we discuss the most crazy and interesting SCP ideas/theories whilst trying to avoid getting absolutely obliterated. Maybe 049 was trying to save humanity, but his glove from the 1400s still had the Black Death on it when he was killing all of his patients. And I mean, that's honestly very possible. SCP-049 in reality isn't really a bad guy. But the only problem is, his glove he's been wearing for like 600 years and has went through the Black Death, 1000 other diseases and more. And at this point, the glove just has to have like 1 quadrillion elite level bacterias that can insta-kill a modern human because, like, you know, what the fuck are they gonna do against medieval ass bacterias? And I mean, shit, I guess our schizophrenic doctor feels bad for accidentally killing people, so he brings them back to life. Sure, they have an IQ of a zombie, but they can walk, they can talk, like, what else can you really ask for? They're at least alive again. Though, doesn't that make you wonder how OP SCP-049 will be in World War I? Like, all of his soldiers could just get decimated by a machine gun and then he just pops them all back to life. Or wait, is SCP-049 even bulletproof? I gotta Google this real quick. Hold on. Okay, never mind. This guy is not fucking bulletproof. If we put this guy in like a trench for 2 seconds, he will get absolutely demolished. Though a thing that really melts my brain is SCP-049 pregnant? Like, deadass, I just googled if SCP-049 is bulletproof, and in one of the most commonly asked questions is SCP-049 pregnant? And the worst thing is, this source says that he in fact is pregnant. And not only that, but he also laid an egg out of which a baby plague doctor came out that also had an cane. Okay, you know what, I think I'm just gonna never search up SCP SL lore again. Also, this is a really nice keycard. 3 MTF can contain every escaped SCP in SCP... Oh, bro, these guys, this is why we can't contain shit. Anyways, as I was saying, 3 MTF can contain every escaped SCP in SCP Containment Breach, but in SCP SL, even 20 of them can do the job correctly. But I think why this happens is very obvious. AI and even NPCs have a much higher IQ than the average human. Okay, yeah, this is definitely one of the... Anyways, yeah, getting fucking Allah Akbar bombed by Chaos Insurgency is yet another reason why being an MTF in SCP SL is much harder than in SCP Containment Breach. But like literally, nowadays the average human can't even write an essay without crying to ChatGPT for help. If you give a bot a gun and tell him to contain all of the SCPs, he'll either do it or die trying. However, if you give a random human a gun, hurry up, and you tell the human to contain all of the SCPs, he will most of the time do literally anything but the things important for containing the SCPs. But also, to be fair, the SCPs in SCP SL are like 1000 times more tough to kill than the ones in SCP Containment Breach. So yeah, I don't know, both MTF squads have it tough, but it's certainly worse to be an MTF in SCP SL since everybody besides your enemy has 1 IQ. Where does the SCP Foundation find all of the SCP items if they're fucking objects that don't move? Well, I don't know, maybe because the police will alert the SCP Foundation when a guy says he found a gun that fucking talks. Or that he slept in a bed which paralyzed him and then someone ghost's hands that literally touched and eaten his feet piece by piece. So yeah, when something is really weird, the SCP Foundation will easily find out due to their world full of SCP. Yeah, you can have fun with that, bro, you can have fun with that. What the fuck? No, there's just... Bro, Since the SCP Foundation is funded by multiple governments, how advanced were they when it was first founded? How did they keep these world-destroying anomalies contained with the type of technology they had at the time? Honestly, that's a really good question. Back then they didn't have no fancy technology for containing they have now. Hell, they didn't even have mobile phones back then.
Drop the card so you can upgrade it.
I'm gonna drop your mother, boy. Now, I'm not a lore expert, but I'm gonna assume they would mostly rely on keeping things hidden and outsmarting anomalies instead of overpowering them. I'm talking about blast reinforced cages, underground vaults, and every agent having balls of steel. And if something was too powerful for steel or chains, they will probably use rituals, other anomalies, or just uninstall straight up trickery to keep them contained. Oh no, we're dead.
I should close this.
Yeah, close that shit actually.
I'm dipping. I'm dipping. I'm dipping.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's get the fuck out. Anyways, now that I think about it, to contain most SCPs, you don't even need high tech. It's mostly required for dealing with cognitive hazards and to minimize casualties by a lot due to their tracking capabilities and memory wiping. So yeah, with the lack of technology, the Foundation probably relied on pure resources and creativity to keep things locked up, and I would also assume they avoided key to Elden Ring boss anomalies until they became more equipped. Also, why is this guy having a stroke? SCP SL shower thought, elevator juking won't work in real life because the elevator door will just open up again if somebody gets in the way last second. Now this is actually very true. For those who don't know what elevator juking is, it's when you break the SCP's ankles by pretending you're gonna use the elevator but then quickly leaving. However, this will definitely not work in real life since the bitch-ass modern elevators cancel closing if they detect even a fly blocking their doors. But this also depends per elevator, I guess. The elevators of buildings in the Soviet bloc part of my city are not this modern and its doors seal off without mercy like a rocket preparing to launch. So yeah, it actually depends how modern the SCP Foundation's elevators are, and considering this site was built in 1847, it does make sense why it would work and also why it wouldn't work on most modern elevators in real life. I guess.
Yeah, so yeah, I just ran away like a pussy, can't deny it.
Huh?
I shot like 10 bullets and I ran away.
Guys, did you know SCP-096 is pregnant?
Wait, what?
It's the Foundation's new discovery. Apparently he laid an egg, out of which a baby plague doctor... Okay, I'm gonna hope this is not chaos. Okay. Yeah, basically there's a baby plague doctor now. Anyways, let's blow this up.
That's crazy, bro. Some crazy discovery, scientist.
I know, right? I think I should get a raise for this. Anyways, we finally escaped, educated fellow staff about the 049 situation and answered many odd questions. If you got any questions yourself you'd like answered, then make sure to drop a comment and subscribe so you don't miss out. Also, if you wanna know what's the best SCP games of 2024 or what's the best SCP and SCP SL, then make sure to check out these two videos. Also, a special shoutouts to my patrons Ya69 and Iffy. And also a shoutout to my channel members Newbie and Zeko. Anyways, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.